Hey guys, after I gave that tip last summer on how I like to store all my different bead combinations in a box on those monofilament holders, I got asked a lot about how I actually store my leader blanks so that they're ready to go without, becoming an unraveled mess on these noodles, which can really happen easily. So all I did is you take your standard water noodle, cut off the length you need, and take a knife and make a bunch of slits in it. Where are they? Right there. You can see like that, and they're about a blade length. Yeah, I just dropped that on my foot. Make that about a blade length deep. Okay, so those are ready to go. Now the trick here is when you wrap these on for the first time, see how I got all these nice little grooves on here? That's from me wrapping nice and tight the first time, so that it kind of it kind of breaks this noodle in as far as making preformed grooves all along this noodle. So now when I go to make new wraps on there, they kind of just fall right into place. I don't have to sit there and really try to manage my wraps. But the first time you do it on a noodle to break it in, take your time and wind right on top of each other. Now if you're terrible at doing something like that, you can cheat with your noodle and take some zip ties and just and cinch it down up and down the noodle, so you kind of make preformed grooves along your water noodle, so that when you cut those zip ties off, all those are nice and preformed for you already. You can do that, but if you just take your time, you can have some nice wraps on here. Now this can store 25 liters all along here without any tangles whatsoever, but I can also store 50. You just have to double up. There's a trick to doing that though. Let me show you real quick what I do. I like to use two different colored hooks on two different color harnesses if I double up my leaders on here. So for the first one, for example, I'll put on here real quick. Just to put it in one of the grooves that I made, and I wrap about, I don't know, 3 times or so, like that, and you pull until it sucks that the tag end of that leader into the groove, so that can't get pulled on or tugged on or tangled or whatever, and then just finish wrapping it up on there. And then when you go to stick your hooks in the noodle to finish it off, just stick them on one side of the noodle, okay? On one side of the trench there, so that you can take another colored hook. Ouch! That went in there pretty good. I'm just a danger zone in here today. All right, take your second colored harness and stick that in the groove, the same one that you just wrapped the first one on. Do the same thing. Wrap that in there, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. Pull the tag end inside the groove. Start wrapping. And then when it's time to stick the hooks in this one, all you need to do is stick the hooks on the opposite side of all those wraps. So now you got 2 harnesses in one groove, so I can have 50 harnesses ready to go, which gets me pretty well into the season without any tangles. You just have to remember that, take the gold or green hooks or whatever you're using off first before you take the red ones off, or however just remember the order that you put those on. You can double up all across the board there, get twice as many blank leaders as you want on a single noodle, have a couple noodles ready to go, and you're good for the year. So that's how I store all my blanks. I hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions, or let me know if you have a better way of doing it, because I'm always up for new ideas. All right, take care guys. Talk to you soon. See ya.